Episode 3 is currently available on the DC Universe streaming service. And Harley Quinn and her gang are trying to get into Mr. Freeze's territory of Gotham. But in order to get through that thick ice wall, they need to find a flame gun that a couple of goons stupidly yelled out unintentionally for our protagonist to go out and find. And they have to break into this museum, survive a few traps that are really deadly, and get that gun with the help of Catwoman. Overall, this series gets more personal with some of our side characters this time around. And here we get to learn more about Poison Ivy and her relationships and what she wants in her life. Like, what are her goals? And the episode really dives into that very well. You get to see her interaction with Catwoman and how that really affected her in a way. And their interplay with each other is just great. But I feel like Catwoman here, why did they have to change the race? It did not feel necessary. It's like they did it just for the sake of doing it. Like, and did not feel like it had a purpose or anything. If you're going to race or gender swap or something like that in a show or movie, at least have an explanation instead of it having come out of nowhere. But every movie and show is doing it now just to appease a certain demographic, I think, instead of like creating new characters. I don't get that. I don't get why that's happening a lot. And they did that with Catwoman here, and it was a bit distracting. Not like bad enough to like destroy the entire episode. I enjoyed the episode. I thought it was hilarious, especially with the stuff with the Riddler and how he's manipulating and playing with Harley's crew and revealing him to be still in the building the whole time. I thought it was funny, but sometimes the stuff with Catwoman will feel a little distracting because of that unnecessary choice that doesn't affect the experience of everything, but still felt like it had no purpose whatsoever. That's the one thing that I couldn't get behind. It was the one thing that kept bringing me back to like this being a good episode instead of being like a hilarious one. Because there's a lot of funny shit in here, but I don't know. That choice is just baffling to me, and I don't know. I could live with it though. But don't do it again. Don't do unnecessary stuff like that again. If you're going to create a character that's black, create a new character. Just don't. You don't always have to like race swap old characters just to be the demographic. It's easier to make new characters. Don't do what New Warriors did, but do it in a way that makes the audience care about the character instead of being like so pandering. It's so obvious, and it's kind of like that here. But overall, I still thought this episode was funny. I loved all the stuff with Poison Ivy and how we get to explore more of her this time around. And the crew members. I felt like Harley Quinn was a bit pushed in the sideline for Kite Man. Though I did like their little storyline with Kite Man trying to find an engagement ring or Poison Ivy, and Harley's starting to get used to him. I like that also. Just overall, this is still a very funny episode, and I really recommend it. Just I feel like that one choice with Catwoman is going to be distracting. I cannot wait to see all the YouTube videos about SJWs and stuff surrounding this Catwoman going around. I can't wait to see those kinds of videos blow up again. But But anyway, these are my thoughts on episode 3. What do you guys think of this episode in the comment down below? Please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.